We got the rule of thirds, the golden triangle, the reciprocal rule, the sunny 16 rule, the rule of 500. And I tell you what, they can all go and take a hike. I've got a shot lined up. I'm shooting the lighthouse as kind of the main subject, the focal point for the image, the grounding point. But outside of that, I want to ask you a question. How would you shoot this scene? What would you dial in to the camera? Whether there are 50 people watching this video, 1,000 people watching this video, I can almost guarantee that there'll be so many variations in the answer to that question. How should we shoot this scene? I spent so long in my photography journey, far too long in fact, seeing everything in black and white. I don't mean the colour. What I mean is right and wrong. But there's a right and wrong way of doing photography, and that isn't the case. Now there are definitely, when we talk about rules, there are definitely some best practices in photography, but there is absolutely 100% no hard and fast rule for how to take this shot. The aim of learning photography, the aim of doing all of these bits, watching YouTube channels, learning how to control the technicals within your camera, learning some best practices when you come out, when you line up a shot, learning where to focus, learning how to get sharpness, learning how to control depth of field, understanding what ISO is all about. All of those bits, all of those technicals, all of the jargon, all of the rules that we learn are just best practices. Understanding how things work does not mean that you are constrained to using them in that manner. Photography is an artistic endeavour. Photography is subjective. So learn all the technicals, learn all the rules. They're important, you need to know them. Don't try and sidestep that part of the process. And practice, 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 practice. Because you need it to become second nature to you. But keep in mind during all of this that one of the reasons you are doing it, one of the reasons you're learning all this stuff, one of the reasons you are learning all of these rules is so that one day you can make a choice. One day you'll choose to ignore something that you learn as best practice, something that you learn as a rule. One day you'll turn some of the technicals on the head because you're making an artistic choice, not a technical choice. Photography is an art, and there's only one thing that makes your photography unique from anybody else's photography, and it's you. It's your view, your artistic view that you have that is unique to you. So garner feedback and respect feedback, but never let your artistic freedom be curtailed by that. Learn it all so that you can be free of it all, because it's your photography that's telling your story the way you want it to, and that really is the only rule that actually matters. And one of the great sayings that I've ever heard about photography might sound egotistical, but it is really, really not. And that is, what you think of my photography is no concern of mine.